think. We are live, baby. We are live.
Here we are, man. Man,
Just
yeah.
a
So 15 minutes ago, I was doing stuff around the house, and then all of a sudden, I get a text from Tigs over there. It's like, "Hey, I got this Koozie thing we're gonna do. We're gonna spin a wheel. You want to go live at 9 o'clock?" I'm like, "Well, that's 15 minutes away. Sure, why not?
why not?
Why wouldn't I?"
Why wouldn't you, man? Why wouldn't you? So kind of while we wait, we get a few folks will be popping in here pretty soon, I am sure. But we missed you last night, brother. We had a good time. Things happen, last minute stuff. So
Yeah,
it's all good. We missed you, but we pushed through.
yeah. I watched a little bit. I did watch a little bit. I didn't watch a lot, and I'd already called in sick.
Yeah.
So what you don't know, I'm just go ahead and admit it, and I'll tell you what I did. I played hooky last night because here's why. There was so much going on. I had to go to Milton. I was telling him I'm trying to meet this guy and do this stuff. Dude, suddenly I had more stuff added with, my youngest son trying to get this done. I was like, guys, it's coming apart. So I'm gonna have to go do that trip today. So, but then I forgot I'd committed to doing the fantasy draft with Props Brewery crew. It started at like 7:30 or whatever, and I was like, dude, yeah. So I was going to surprise y'all and come on the show, and then I was like, dude, I can't do the show and do the draft. Like, it's
Makes it
0%
too
chance
tough.
I could do
Yeah.
both. And I was like, well, you know what? I'll just play hooky tonight. I won't even explain myself. So
You didn't have to. It's
I
fine.
know. I saw
Look,
y'all were doing great. I watched for 15, 20 minutes of it. It was fantastic. I mean, I knew Austin and you would hold things down. So
oh yeah, we had fun. Gary Cantrell in the house. What is
oh
up,
yeah,
brother?
what's up,
Gary.
Gary?
What's up, brother?
Glad to have you
Appreciate
here,
man.
buddy.
Yeah, happy birthday week. I'm sure Gary's still celebrating it as
Sure
he
he is.
should. As
Why
he
wouldn't he?
should. There's no reason for him not to. We had us another little technical glitch last night, just right in the middle of it, about the 43-minute mark. Whoop, I lost internet.
Did you really?
Lost, yeah, just totally,
everything,
just kind of like happened to us. Yeah,
Yeah.
lost everything. Thank God Austin was in there. I reset everything real quick, rebooted it, back up, no issues, and but he held the fort down. I went back and watched it, and he did a fantastic, just
Oh, so he was
fantastic
still there.
job.
You were just gone.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like it happened last time, where you were still there and able to rock and roll, but
You know
I
what's
was.
funny? I bet he's probably more comfortable by himself than he is with people because he's done it so dang much. You know what I mean? Like that was
He
no issue for him.
It wasn't a single issue. We
That
have our fill-in host.
yeah, that's
We
kind of
have
his jam.
It is. We have our, like, if we need a break, we need one of us is off 1 week or whatever. Austin is our Jay Leno now. He's our
Dude,
Jay
that's
Leno.
freaking phenomenal. That's
It
great. I
really
mean,
is, isn't
it's
it?
so good.
We're building up guest hosts, and this is fun. Like, it just let
He's
things
our Jay
happen.
Leno.
He's our Jay Leno. He's
Yeah.
coming in off the bench. Next thing you know, he'll probably run the whole show. And that's fine. It's cool. Whatever. Let's just keep moving forward. That's all. We had a blast. Gary says it has been a fun week. I bet it has, man. What you doing this weekend, Gary? You going to any concerts? You going to see anything fun? Or anything?
Concerts. What you
See.
got
I
going?
forget. I mean, look, it's still so early in the morning. I'm like, he's not in the room. He can't answer me that.
Yeah.
He can in a second. He'll chat
Yeah,
back.
I
But
know, that's why I had to come back to you. Like we just sitting there waiting.
this is the earliest one of the.
Gary,
Besides
can you please
Marty, I
answer?
think
The
this is
show
probably
on hold.
the earliest we've ever done a show. Don Raines, what is up, Don? Don is in here to see the drawing. I know what Don's.
Oh,
I know what
yeah,
Don's
we got a
doing.
drawing.
He is in the drawing. And appreciate Don.
Everybody.
Oh, Austin Dennis, there he
Look
is.
at old Austin coming in here.
Yo 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 yo. Yeah,
Man,
Austin.
he's out just laid up, sitting by the pool, counting $20 bills right now.
That's
you know
all
what
he's
I mean?
doing. He's going to have an issue with content today because it's raining outside. What a beautiful place. First of all, we never got into this last night. Went to his house Tuesday, I think it was, and
Yeah.
he was making that beer cheese dip. And I've
Okay,
got a
I
little.
was wondering if was that you filming?
No, that was
Oh.
he has his buddy Ethan was there
Okay.
helping him film, but I'm off to the side filming. I have a whole other perspective of the
Yeah.
whole deal. Eventually we'll do a behind the scenes of what it's like. my takeaway, I did tell Austin this last night, is my takeaway was we're doing things right, man. I love it. We're doing it right. This is okay. So there is no, it's just not pretty how you make content. It looks good when you watch it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a nice little validation.
Yeah,
Paul
get behind the
Rogers
scenes.
is in the house.
Big Paul in the house.
Paul, it's just we decided to go live again. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? I missed Blasey last night.
Yeah, I miss being here.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's okay. Gary says he has a low-key weekend just watching WWE tomorrow. That's right.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Gary, who do you think is going to win? What do you think is going to happen with that match with Dom and Liv versus Rhea Ripley and Damien? So that's the main event tomorrow night in Germany. Yes, your boy is up on wrestling. I love it. So I'm going to be watching that too. And then college football, yes, give it to me. Inject it in my veins.
Yes.
Austin said he had fun last night. It's going to make some content. All right, good deal. Have a good weekend. And happy college football season. Yes,
man,
sir.
It
yes,
is
sir.
Here. It is here. Started really got rolling last night, man. That was, I watched all that Utah game while we were doing the draft because two of the people in my draft are from they played football at Utah, right? So we're dialed in watching that one. Man, first of all, I do want to say, man, it feels so bad for Max Johnson, man. And
man, terrible.
That is absolutely horrible. Our buddy, Brad, I was so excited, for what was going to happen with him this year. And so, man, just thoughts and prayers out to Max and the whole family there. I messaged him this morning, It's
tough to watch. I hated it
Yeah.
for that. That poor kid has just not had the best of luck. There's just no two ways about it. He played here at LSU to transferred out because Jaden Daniels was coming in. I mean, that worked out well at LSU. He goes to Texas A&M. I thought he would probably light it on fire there, but he got hurt. And then all of the transfer portal and the way that world is now, and ends up at North Carolina with Mac Brown, which I'm like, what a great fit. Mac Brown
Chip
is
Lindsey there, good quarterback developer. He's comfortable. The family knows him. It was like, really thought this was it, the spot where he's fixing to really light it up and have a great year. But just hopefully whatever that injury ends up being, that it's not as bad as it.
That's
it
right.
Looks, so
that's right.
But yeah, man, we've still got. Yeah, I'm heading to Troy this weekend, man. We're gonna go roll up there and watch the Trojans. I'm nervous. Ain't gonna lie, Nevada they had SMU beat. They was like they were up 24-13
and they played a game.
Huh? Yeah, they played a game, and they played a really good game where they were a 4-touchdown underdog, and they had them beat till the very end and lost there at the end. So I'm nervous about this. So I don't know. I'll be honest. If I'm a betting guy, and I think Troy is favored 9.5 points. You got to take the points. I'm not going to bet that bet, but
I know you're not. But yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, that's easy money. I think I'm going to have to take that too.
I mean, Troy wins by 40. I'm like, well, sorry guys, I apologize. Which I hope that's the case,
well. You just said there's too many uncertains.
Yeah,
but we're going to jump back to college football here in just a second. But I know why we've got some folks in the room. I'm not going to make y'all wait any longer. We've been around for about 8 minutes. Let's do this wheel of names. This thing isn't going to take but a second. That's why
the wheel of names.
Yep. The wheel. Let me bring in the wheel of names, everybody. The wheel of names. So now what this was for, last night while we were going live, while we were live, decided, hey, let's give away a Koozie. We now have new Koozies. You can go to our website. You can go to tigsbits.com. I'm working on revamping the merch store, giving it a little different look. It probably will be late next week before it's up and live. Everything still functions, but I'm going to make it look better, okay? So you can go to tigsbits.com, get you a Koozie, and also we have a newsletter, and we're going to start coming out with a newsletter, Blasey. And some of this is kind of like it. We've talked a little bit about it, but we officially made that announcement last night. Don't worry, we're not going to be spamming you and all of that. So we had a little sign up. These folks took the time to go over to tigsbits.com last night, sign up for the newsletter so they can start to receive that. So I put them in a little drawing and said, let's do us a randomizer and see who wins.
Hey, and Brantley, by the way, We're about to have our link sent over to us from Jesse from Stubborn Pride Hats for our exclusive hat deal, where our hat game is about to go way up. When you get that link to Stubborn Pride Hats, you can go in and customize any color of hat you want combination, any style of hat you want combination with that Tigs Bits logo patch on there. It's going to be phenomenal. So he's sending us some samples now.
Is he?
For us. Oh, yeah. Like yesterday or day before, we were kind of firming things up. He thought I was waiting. He was waiting on me. I thought I was waiting on him. It's kind of funny. When I finally text, I was just waiting on you. I was like, no, we love that rectangle patch. Let's roll. So he's got that set up. He'll be sending you the link soon, so you can bury that when you update. So that is coming very, very, very soon.
That'll be at the top of the merch store. So that and Koozies. And what I'm going to do, just kind of a little inside baseball, Blasey, I'm going to, right now when you go there, it takes you to our Etsy page. That's our home page. That's where the magic, the sausage is made behind the scenes, so stuff can ship out and go out, all that stuff. I'm going to do it to where there's pictures, static images on there, and then underneath it's the buy now, and it just takes you directly to that.
To wherever that is.
Yeah. So
just
a little more of a process of setting it up, but it'll make the store look better overall. So
I like it.
Always upgrading, baby. Always upgrading. So let's see here. Just so everybody knows, I'm shuffling names around. As you can see, I'm going to shuffle these names around. And I don't know how well this little wheel is going to work, how good it'll spin. But let's see.
It yet? No?
I haven't started spinning it. I am going to spin it now.
Oh, it does spin. That's a nice
it spins, baby.
Nice rotation. Nice rotation. Who we got? Who we
got?
Oh.
Flying lady, ladies and gentlemen. Flying lady.
Kind of threw me off.
I love it. I love it. There you go.
Lady.
Congratulations, flying lady. Sorry, everybody else, but hey,
one more spin.
One more spin. We should do one more.
One more spin.
Think we should give 2 away?
Yeah, put it on my.
All right.
Put it on my tab.
All right, we're gonna put it on. We'll put that on Blasey's tab. Let's do it. Here we go.
Oh,
it's so fun.
Now spinning is quite as smooth as it was.
No, but it has landed.
Has it?
On Mike.
Mike,
my man, Mike. You got you a koozie. You got you a Tigs Bits koozie.
Yes, you did.
Coming your way. We don't even have a Tigs Bits koozie yet. That's how fresh they are. Yeah. That is how fresh they are. Oh, we got Stacy G in the house. What's up,
Stacy?
I love it. I love it.
This early in the morning.
Yes. Early morning live. Not really expecting to do this, but hey, why not, man? Why not? Why not have a little fun? We hadn't had a chance to talk about it even.
We haven't. I think they found out the same time that I found out we were going live.
We all found out
before we went live. Yeah.
This seed was not planted in my mind. I promise you. Before all of this happened, it's just whatever. Rolling with the flow. So let's jump back to college football, Blasey. There are some games tonight, but nothing really truly of any major importance that's on the schedule. But tomorrow there are some games. There are some good games, and I had Nevada and Troy on my little important list. So, we've already covered that.
Yeah.
Take Nevada in the points. Stacy G thought that you were topless for a second. Calm down, Stacy. It's in the morning. This is a morning show.
I got my Troy shirt on. I'm cut it up. Still going sleeveless here. This whole new thing.
This is it. This is the part of the transformation.
It is part of the transformation.
Don said that he almost left because he thought you were topless. We're working with algorithms. Okay, we're trying to see what works, what doesn't work. I'm gonna keep shirt on at all times over here.
It is crazy how that red pinkish color kind of goes. I can see that screen.
It does. Yes, I can. It's totally flesh colored.
It is.
It really is. Man, we've got tomorrow. We have Clemson and Georgia playing. Miami and Florida, and Notre Dame and Texas A&M. Those are.
And West Virginia, Penn State. That's a big game in my opinion.
I forgot about that. Yes. I saw that last night. after our show, and I went, "How did I not put that on the list?" And I haven't updated the list since last night. Yes, that's gonna be a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
That'll
I
be a
think so
real
too,
fun
man.
one.
I think so too. Now, that's some. I can't believe the Georgia game's at 11 o'clock though. That's nuts.
That is nuts.
You
That
know,
is nuts.
like,
Dang.
what?
Wow, it's at
What?
11. That kind
Yeah.
of well, that's good though for us. I mean, that starts the day off with a bang, you know.
Yeah.
That sucks for them, for the fans. I would be pissed if it was an LSU game.
Oh, it's perfect for me because the Troy game's not till 6. So that's
Yeah.
fine with me. You know what I mean? Let's get that thing started. Get that tailgate rolling.
That's exactly right. Gary says topless Blasey at Barp and make it happen. Well, I mean, I think what all have you committed to so far at Barp? Like you were doing a flex off, so he's going to have to be shirtless with Dr. Dan.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
a flex
one
off,
thing?
and then yeah, I still want to try to keep working on the sprint thing. We may have to get out there in the streets if I can break that 540 I want to hit. I mean, we may do that on the side, like just before we walk in.
There's no telling what we're going. I'll tell you the best thing that happened. That date is January 18th. That fixed everything for Tiggy. Tiggy's in.
Yeah,
Tiggy's wife's in. We're in. We're in, baby. I can't wait.
that's
I'm
awesome,
already-
man. That's awesome. I'm glad you can make it. I'm gonna be able to make it. Like I was looking at dates.
Oh yeah, I knew. I mean, I
One way or
knew
another.
no doubt we would be represented, but I really wanted to be there. So
Yeah, no, I know, and I hate right now the handler's outside looking in at the moment, but the only dang tour date he's got is the 18th of the whole month of
I know,
January.
the whole month.
Isn't that crazy?
We're trying to convince
see,
him
we'll see.
to let his
He's got associates.
his protege
Yeah,
help that weekend, and like, come on, man, it's a home show. He got that. Let's see what he's got. JM may not want that though. You don't know. Who knows?
Hey, you never know.
He was great on Fox and Friends this morning.
He was really good. That was awesome. Yeah, man. That was cool. JR sending those pictures of him back there creeping around doing his deal. I don't know if he was able to get the Bubba Army Koozie. I know that was his objective, was try to get that in one of the shots off side stage. I don't know, because I had to leave to take Hale to school. So about 7:30, I had to take off, so I didn't see what happened.
I didn't either. I've got to go back and finish watching it. I had to take Riley to school too, but I saw a little bit of the beginning of it, and then have to go back and watch it. But it was awesome. Like last night, Austin was he was like, well, we somehow got to JR. JR was in the chat, and he was like, we were giving him a little bit of hell for not being in there, being in the show last night. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm in the hotel getting ready. Gotta go do Fox and Friends in the morning." Just another mic drop. Like, oh, okay, yeah. We're just doing a dumbass podcast over here.
He was at Sirius XM all day yesterday. They were doing stuff left and right. He's standing out front of Howard studio there one time, taking pictures and selfies, and there and there. They did the gambit yesterday with so many different shows.
They did.
I didn't realize they were all together like that. That's pretty cool.
Paul, we'll miss you, brother. Thanks. He has to work, but he's going to catch most of the Florida game at least. That will.
What time do Gators play? Gator Miami, right? Florida Miami.
Yeah.
No. Is that really? Yeah.
Yeah. Miami.
Dude, that's
and
a big
Florida.
game. That's a big game.
That's going to set the tone for both teams
Mm-hmm.
to start the year. I mean, 100%. Florida's in a pickle, as we visited with Brian Edwards about. They lose that game. Sunbelt Billy may be out of there by sundown tomorrow night, but who knows? It's gonna be interesting. And then Miami coming on the up. Are they going to keep moving, getting better, or what? What are they gonna do? And then they hate each other. Yeah. So
let me ask you this, Brantley. You got any picks other than we talked about? I hate to admit I'd take the points with I still think Troy wins the game. I think it's going to be a tough game for us. But outside of the Troy, do you have any picks, like if you're a betting man out there, woman, if you like to bet?
Let me look. Keep talking for a second.
I'll tell you one. I'll tell you.
I'm going to pull up the odds.
Not just because now this is a Sunday night game, but not just because you're an LSU fan, but dude, I love LSU. I think LSU's -4.5. I still love LSU in that game, man. I just think
we do. I do too. We talked about it last night with Austin. Austin thinks they'll win by 10.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't.
I think they take control of that game, like I really do. And
the line of scrimmage is going to be where it's going to be won.
Yep.
The offensive line, Will Campbell, he has talked a lot of noise. But he can back it up. You know, we're going to see. We're going to see. I said last night, I think at some point I'd seen the over under. The points total was like 63, and I said take the over. And a lot of folks were like, "What?" Well, I'm not convinced that LSU's defense has solved every little thing, and you're not going to see that in game one. Lincoln Riley always has some stuff up his sleeve. You know, I mean, he's an offensive guru, a quarterback guru. He's tough to stop. It doesn't matter. They're going to score points, period. USC is going to score. I just think LSU's offensive line, if they can control the time of possession, if they can run the ball, control the clock, they'll walk out of there. You know, by the fourth quarter, there'll be separation. They'll wear them down. They'll win. But if you keep that defense on the field and USC is able to score quick and do all of that, then you know. So I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be like a 50-40 kind of game, dude. I mean, I think it's going to be insane.
Yeah.
I haven't given a final score prediction. I'll do that at the end of this. That'll be that. I will do that at the end of this show. But I do think there's a lot of things that are interesting about it. Brian Kelly and Lincoln Riley both being courted by LSU at the same time, in a sense, or that at least the fugazi of the effect was that LSU was trying to get Lincoln Riley while Lincoln Riley was talking to USC. No one had a clue that LSU was talking to Brian Kelly. So all those channels going around, it all happened at the same time. And then, of course, I think LSU is, there's no thinking to it, they've done better than USC has in that tenure that Lincoln Riley's been out there with 10-win seasons. So, yes, so far. So I think those are some of the interesting matchups, parts of it. The fan bases. You go back to 2003 when LSU won the national championship. USC with Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush on that team in 2003? Matt Leinart was for sure. I don't think I think Reggie was.
Was that the Bush push? Was that the Bush push?
No, that year. So that was the year LSU and USC were co-national champions.
Oh yeah.
USC was the AP champion. LSU actually won it on the field.
Yeah, that's right. I was in
the best competition
somewhere weird. I was in Pennsylvania when I watched that. In Philadelphia when I watched that game.
The LSU Oklahoma game. That was a great game.
Yep, it was.
That was a great game. One of my favorite memories for sure. That was the first that I got to see, and I was there, and it was a lot of fun. Let me see. I'm trying to pull up.
Yeah, the next day I was up there. This was kind of crazy. The hotel I was staying in, I think it's the one it's the main hotel downtown. Like the president usually stays there just for security purposes and all that because they can secure the building. But we got letters under our door because I think I forgot who was playing. Carolina, I think, at the time was playing the Eagles the next day. And we got warning letters saying when we walk in the streets, do not wear any opposing NFC team gear. It would be dangerous for you to do that. And I was like, God almighty, what a town, you know? What a sports town.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. It should be an intimidating environment. That's fun. I mean, you know, you take it a little too far, but.
Yeah, those guys up there, they really get after it. They're some crazy sports fans and good old Philly.
I got some odds up. Philly's terrible. I hate them. I've got some odds up for us, so let's run down. Let's see who's playing tonight. First of all, you've got Temple in Oklahoma. Oklahoma in SEC action. Hard to say that. In SEC action, Oklahoma takes on Temple tonight. Weird. Yeah, Oklahoma's a 42-point favorite.
Yeah,
I mean, there's just nothing that. There's none of the closest spread tonight is TCU and Stanford. That could be fun. That's at 9:30.
That could be.
Stanford is a 8.5-point underdog at home.
Oh,
that could be interesting if you were a bettor.
Yeah. No idea. No action on that one for me.
No action on that for me either. Clemson and Georgia, though, tomorrow, as you said, 11 a.m. kick. Penn State and West Virginia also an 11 a.m. kick. Let's see. Georgia
What's Georgia
is a
favorite? 9.5 or something?
12 as of
12.
right now. Yeah,
Dang. It's a lot of points, man. But I know it's Georgia, and
I'd still take
that's a
Georgia.
rolling machine. You know what I mean? They're tough to stop. But I don't know. I don't
I'd
know.
take Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. It's hard not to
100%.
until they prove you otherwise.
Don Rain says Will's a bad man. Dang right. Talking about Will Campbell. He
Oh
is.
yeah.
Bug says Will wants a fist fight, which is what he said. Hey, you got to be careful with some of that stuff, but we'll see. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I think he can back it up. I don't think. I know he can. He's one of the best in the country. Yeah, so we agree Georgia's going to roll on that one. Penn State and West Virginia. Penn State is a 7.5 point favorite in that one. It's
I think
at
West Virginia wins the game outright.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that is a plus 250 if you want to get in on that action. None
Yes.
of this is endorsed, and we do not endorse gambling.
No.
We're just looking and talking a little football this morning while we're chatting. I
Neil
haven't
Brown's
looked.
finally getting things rolling there, man. He's had some things go his way. Like everything, there's the last 2 years, he hadn't had all the crazy bad luck he had when it came to players and coaches and political stuff, all kind of crazy stuff he dealt with. That Neil Brown machine rolls a little bit this year. I think, it's going to be between them and Utah winning the Big 12, and I think this might be their year to really, really shine. So this is a big game. It's a big test. This is a game where you better at least show up, and it better be super close. You know what I mean? But I think they can win the ball game. I think they win it outright.
Wow, plus 250 on the money line with West Virginia. 7.5 point underdogs. Over under total points total 51.5. So that's a fun one. It's hard if I were to bet, and I will dabble, but we're talking a buck, like your boy over here. Just not.
I don't go crazy.
It's 50-50. It's entertainment is all that it is. Let's see. Just keep going down the list. Vanderbilt plays Virginia Tech at 11 a.m. That's the first SEC game on tomorrow. Vandy's a 13.5 point dog. I know nothing about either one. I know
nothing about that either. I'd be talking out of my booty.
Let's see. I'm looking to see if we've got any kind of tight spreads. Oh, yeah, here we go. Miami and Florida. Miami is a 2.5 point favorite at this moment.
It's at Florida.
At Florida.
Wow. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know what that team looks like. I don't know. I have no idea about Florida. Like, there's such a question mark.
Would not touch it.
No, I have no idea.
But I would give a little bit of a nod to being at Florida and being at home.
It's a very intimidating place to play. Like, there's no doubt about that. It is insane.
For sure. We got we've had this last week. We've had multi thousands of views on the Marty Smith Death Valley. And this happened last year leading up, so I dropped it again, remastered it, dropped it again, and it's doing really well. But some of the comments that I get in there are hilarious. We're going to do a whole show on comments. Not today. I have a bunch of them listed. I'll give some. But the comments on all of our socials are really starting to build.
Spicy.
Yeah, they're starting to get spicy, which is great. Somebody was a huge Gator fan. I had to jump back into that comment of he's like, you've never been to a game on Saturday night in Gainesville. And I'm like, I guess I have. I saw Tebow in his senior season destroy LSU. I've seen it. I've seen the swamp at the Swamps, what they would call the Swamp's best. And there's no doubt as far as loudness goes in that stadium, it's right there on par with LSU or anything else as far as crowd noise goes. But that's it. The tailgating is terrible. It doesn't. Everything else, the entire experience doesn't hold a candle to the experience you get at LSU, or Alabama, or Auburn, or Georgia, or Ole Miss, or Tennessee. So sorry, buddy, but it ain't there. No offense, Paul. Don't like the Gators, obviously, but I mean, I've been there. I have experienced it, and it is at the bottom of my list.
Yeah, it's I hear what you're saying on some of that, but I had kind of a unique experience. I went down there twice when Troy played, and was it 08, 06 and 08. Tebow was there both times. But I also got to see Cam Newton and Tebow play in the same game.
Oh wow,
So but
that didn't
I
happen,
met
but once or twice.
it damn sure did. Again, it was against Troy, and it was late in the game. What was funny is they brought him in, and then they had to take him back out and bring Tebow back in because Troy started coming. We were coming hard in that fourth quarter, and they said, okay. So they pulled Cam Newton and put Tebow back in the game and to finish things off. That was the first time I played. The second time, he absolutely annihilated us. It was like 55-7 or something awful. But both times I got to go on the sidelines. I got to use Neil Brown, actually, who's now the head coach at West Virginia. His offensive coordinator passed because he liked to stay up in the box. So we just, snuck some passes around with some other buddies that were the coaches at the time. So I got to do the sideline thing. And to your point on noise, at one point during that second game, especially when they were absolutely trouncing us, and I had the worst headache on earth, that stadium got to buzzing so loud, it quit being a noise of a bunch of people screaming, and it came one pitch. It just turned into like a
Yes.
I was like,
Yes.
and I thought like my ears had busted or something. I swear it was that loud. I was
Oh yeah.
like, what's going on here? And then it finally came back and it turned into a roar again. I was like, good God. I never experienced that. But you had to be positioned on the field for that to come down on you the way that stadium.
Right. Yes. Well, the way when I was there, that night, I don't know if they still do this. I hope they do. There's a little section where they have the visiting teams. We were at the very bottom. The student section was literally behind us. We were in the student section that night. Like, oof, it was rough. I was wearing a hard hat. It was fun, but noise. I mean, I will give credit where credit is due. The Swamp, everybody talks about how loud it is. It is as loud as advertised, and it's a different kind of loud. It's a different kind of loud than Tiger Stadium. Yep. Tiger Stadium it's a roar, and then it's just just a massive amount of noise, but it isn't sustained unless it is sustained in big games, but over a regular game, let's just not an LSU Alabama, not an LSU Ole Miss, not a big SEC matchup, just a regular game. It's level. Like it's not that like intimidating crowd noise wise.
Between the guys that have the 15-inch woofers, right?
Yes.
Just really hitting deep and hard. And they got like some really hopped up 6x9s with some 10 sitting in Florida. You know what I mean? Like both loud, just different levels of loud. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's just a different kind.
It is.
But now I've left. My ears were definitely ringing whenever I left that game in Gainesville for sure. But I can't count how many times my ears have rang for 2 or 3 days after, especially a big game in Tiger Stadium. Every game when the Saints were rocking and rolling with Drew Brees, every playoff game, just about every game, period, but every playoff game, I never left that place without my ears just hurting. So loud. I love it. I love crowd noise. That is my favorite thing about it.
It is cool when it gets that crazy. Welcome, folks. If you're just joining in, this is the Florida Gator football review.
Yeah, we decided to blow the Gators for some reason this morning. I don't know what's up. You don't know.
I will add one more thing. I did meet this guy. It's Jeff. Dadgummit, I just forgot his name. It's Jeff something.
Driscoll?
Anyway, he's on the board at Florida. I happened to be at a bar that night, and we got to talking. And he's such a cool cat, man. And he's like, man, come to our tailgate tomorrow. I was like, sure. He told me where it was. So to kind of having to push back on the tailgate, he probably had the best tailgate at Florida. I mean, you have armbands when you get in, and you get in, it's a full setup. He had music live, like a band playing. I mean, I got to him. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? This is unbelievable. I didn't know at the time he was like started on the board and all that stuff at Florida, but he's a cool cat. I need to reach out to him again. So
yeah, you do. Get him on the show.
That was a nice experience, and he was super nice, man. So
Big E is in the house. Big E. He says he says, let's do a game weekend in Morgantown, West Virginia. I'm here now for the Penn State game. Big E's going to be at that game tomorrow.
Oh, I like it, dude. I like it.
Yes. I'd love to go there.
Big E's a Penn State fan? Is that what he just said?
I don't know. Big E?
No, I thought he's a West Virginia fan.
I think he is. Big E, let us know.
He's a West Virginia fan. What am I talking about? We talked that all the other day. I'm sorry, Big E. I apologize. You just said Penn State game. You're there. I know you're a big West Virginia guy. We've talked Neil Brown. We've got all into this. Sorry about that.
It's early. We haven't had all of our
Yeah.
coffee yet.
Yeah.
We haven't had all of our coffee. Texas Hillbilly is in the house. He
What's up,
is in the
Texas
house.
Hillbilly?
Texas, thanks so much for that Venmo last night. Blasey is my Venmo guy. I don't have it downloaded yet,
We got to
so
get,
I
we
don't
gotta get
see
you
it.
in there.
Huh?
Yeah.
I know. I've got.
And then,
I
yeah,
got to
I
get
think
in
I
there.
saw that, and I'm sorry, I was going to send that over to you. I saw that later on. I think John Costeca as well. Appreciate it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll get a summary next show. We'll re-summarize
Yes,
all that.
yes,
Yeah.
we'll make up for it. But good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Oh, Big E played at West Virginia.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, heck yeah, he did. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss you there.
Oh yeah, Big E. He just talked to Pat McAfee. He's getting ready to go live. I mean,
Why wouldn't you just hang out? What do Big E? Let's do some correspondent work. Come on, let's get some Tigs
Yeah,
correspondent with Big E up there.
why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we? Yes, there it is. Look, this is how it all works out. We just get together and make things happen. So that's going to be a wild. It's going to be a nice little weekend in Morgantown.
Yes, it is, man.
They probably, it doesn't, well, good thing they started the first time. So LSU went to West Virginia. I didn't go. I wanted to go to that one because I knew it was going to be fun. LSU goes to West Virginia. They won, but it was the first night that they sold beer in that stadium.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we drank them dry by the end of the first quarter.
Big shocker of the year.
That doesn't shock anybody.
Of the year.
Like, you got to know whenever LSU rolls into town. I saw that happen at Blacksburg, Virginia. I did go to that game at Virginia Tech. We came in that Friday night. LSU took over, like, you know how it is, like they do. But they weren't expecting that whatsoever. They got a little upset about it. In fact, the National Guard was called in later that night because it got a little sticky. You know, it got kind of rough. I was out there amongst it, but it was a lot of fun. We had a blast. But several people were like, "We've never seen this many people from an opposing team come up here. Like, we thought it was bad when Miami came, but y'all have taken over the whole place." Like, it's what we do.
That's awesome.
You better have plenty of booze when the Tigers are coming to town. That's a fact. Let's see what other interesting games that we've got.
I like
North
Bama playing Western Kentucky. Is that right?
They are. I think that is right. I haven't made it that far, but this is one that's in the group of 5 game.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
South Alabama and North Texas. And South Alabama is a 5.5 point favorite. So North Texas has gotten better over the last few years.
They have. And, you know, I don't know about that one. You know, it's like I want to say South's going to go over there and have success there in that game and win and cover that. But I don't know. We shall see. We shall see.
It's just you don't know anything in week 1. That's the problem. It's not. You can't just say, well, they did this last year. Well, heck, half of those kids are gone or going to play at another school at this point. So you don't know. You have no idea. Yes, Alabama does play Western Kentucky. Alabama is a 31.5 point favorite.
Give me the points. Give me the points.
You take Alabama in the points on that?
I take Western Kentucky. Yeah.
Western Kentucky better than I think they are?
I think they are.
Because that's a little lower spread than I would have thought. Over-under is 59.5. Just kind of high.
Yeah. I mean, I like the points on that. I just don't think – I mean, I know – hey, look, I think the coach is good. They still got a great team and all that's in place. Western Kentucky's got a good football team. That's a pretty good squad up there. I just think it's going to take a couple of games to get some things going if Bama's going to have a good team this year. And I think they are, but I just think this early on, that's a lot of points, man. Give me the points.
Big E was at that LSU game. West Virginia never runs out of alcohol. They did that night, from what I heard. But I think they learned from that night, and then they realized that never. I mean,
let's get that action up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I tip my cap. It's okay. We're a good stress test fan base. If you want to know what you got, ask Omaha. You know, I mean, they are now prepared for us. They get it. JR the handler says roll tide.
There he is. A little handler in the house up there.
He made it in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's on his way to LaGuardia Airport a while ago. He says Arkansas scored 70 last night. Yeah, that against Arkansas Pine Bluff, dude. They played a high school team. Who cares? I mean, That
So
doesn't tell me
Tulane rolled.
anything.
I know they're supposed to against your alma mater, I believe.
Do what?
Tulane.
Oh,
Did you
yeah,
see that?
Tulane did roll. Tulane
Yeah.
did. Who did they play? My
Southeast
alma mater.
Louisiana. Was that who it was?
I know. I went to Northwestern.
Northwest. Sorry. That
Yeah,
was,
I went to LSU. I finished at Northwestern.
okay.
I
There
do
we
have
go.
a degree from
Yep.
LSU
That's right.
S.
But I did see their quarterback. I know they had a quarterback. They made a statement the day before the game. They said they're going to start. I forget the guy's name who starts with the M. He's the freshman. Is going to start the game, but they're going to play all three. It's like, oh, sounds like you don't have a quarterback, But he came in. He was
Yeah.
10 of 12, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then that's all he needed to do. They scored like 52 points. It was like 52 to nothing. So they did what you're supposed to do in that game. He looked polished and good, so that's a good start.
Boog asks, is TJ Finley the quarterback at Western Kentucky? He was he played at LSU, transferred, went to Auburn, right? And then I don't know Boog, but it sounds like you would know. That sounds right.
Dude, there's been so many moves.
I know.
I thought he ended up. Who's at Texas State right now with the Bobcats? Who's the quarterback?
That's where I thought he was too.
Yeah.
I thought he was at Texas State. I don't know.
moved
Give
again.
us a week. Give us a week. There's zero prep in this. We're just spitballing.
Oh, yeah, this was just, yeah.
Let's see. That's really it for interesting games until you get to the Texas A&M. I've lost it. Where'd it go? Texas A&M Notre Dame at 6:30 tomorrow night. A&M and it's at A&M. A&M's a 3-point favorite. I think that's the game of the weekend up until Sunday night. And then there's two marquee matchups. That's one of them.
Because I would like to see, looking for the upset alerts too, especially like a couple of these teams from the Sun Belt Conference that I just know. I can't forget who they're opening up with. You know what I mean? To see where somebody's going to upset somebody this weekend, and somebody's going to do it from the Sun Belt. They always do.
They do.
It's almost like a 12 seed beating a 5 seed. It just happens.
It just happens. It just happens. Oh yeah, there'll be some upsets this weekend, but we'll know a lot more about college football after this weekend.
Yep.
Like you're gonna know what some people have, what they don't. Yeah, we're gonna know, but I don't know what'll happen in that Notre Dame game. I think that Texas A&M is the sleeper team in the SEC. They've had these recruiting classes over the years. Number one, number two, whatever. All the money that they spent with NIL to get those players and all that. I think they have a chip on their shoulder. They've been looked at as they can't win and all just a failure. And they have been a failure. There's no two ways about it. They've been great, really, really good at going 8-4 every single season. Except last year they did worse. I think they do better than 8-4 this year, and I think they actually have a run. I think they're going to be the sleeper team to go to Atlanta and play Georgia.
Wow.
In the SEC.
I mean, you're right on paper. You should be. You know what I mean? It's like, can you get it on the field? Can you get the product out there? Can you finish it off? So I don't know, man. So we'll see.
That's a big look. They lose that game, the wheels could start to unravel in College Station. That's a big game. They need to win that game, and we'll see. And then of course we get to the LSU USC matchup. Currently, it is 4. LSU is a 4-point favorite. The over-under is 64. I think it was 63.5 at 64. That number's too high now. Like, I wouldn't touch it. Now that number, like just that half a point.
It just looks different, huh?
It just looks a lot different. I would not touch it. I would take the under.
Yeah, I just like LSU, at covering the spread, though. That's I don't know where that game stops scoring, but I just think LSU outscores them, just outplays them. They're a little bit more solidified.
JR says, blah, blah, blah. Bama, LSU, and Troy are the best. We all know that. Can we talk about how nuts the Tigs Pits fantasy draft was? Yeah, well, that never came up last night. That never came up. We forgot about it. That was a wild one. What an interesting league, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
You auto-drafted.
Halfway through, I was just over it. Like, I was trying to draft, and I was having, like, issues with connectivity, and then it was passing me, and I was like, I'm done with this, you know. So, and I because I wasn't here, and so yeah, it made it tough. Hey, I got the highest grade in my draft class last night though at props. So I
Did
played
you?
hooky for a reason and dialed in and focused again. Yeah, according to ESPN, which means nothing, but
No, it
it
doesn't. But
means nothing.
I'll tell you what. And Bug says, "Come on, Saints." I was about to tell that Bug. I texted Bug during the draft. I was like, buddy, you need to get a quarterback quickly. Yeah, like Jr. says, quarterback's gone after 2 rounds. Well, you can start 2 quarterbacks in this league.
That
It's
was
a
a weird
super
thing.
flex league.
I
Yeah.
know that was unusual. So you got to get quarterbacks.
You got to get quarterbacks. They're at a premium.
Yeah.
However, Bug, which I shouldn't have told him that because I played Bug in week 1, and I'm only like a 5-point favorite in this, and my quarterbacks are freaking Patrick Mahomes and C.J. Stroud. Like, we're gonna have fun this season if they stay healthy, you know. But I'm weak at that was the sacrifice. I'm weak now at wide receiver and running back, but I took two premium quarterbacks. It's all a balance. The thing that I have no idea how this is going to work is you get coins or something, and then that's how you can pick up people off of. We're diving in deeper as I look into.
Crazy,
I think
crazy setup, huh?
Yeah, this is why we wanted it crazy. We let our friends at the Birdhouse Dynasty set everything up. I've played with them before, so I'm kind of used to the super flex like we did. I'm used to doing that. But this other stuff, I have no idea. JR says he didn't know that until we started. Well, it was very much so broadcast into the chat, JR. So that's on you, brother. It just creates a whole different strategy of how you have to do the thing.
I didn't know that either. I can be honest with you. So I'm sure
I know it was in the chat.
It's okay.
Though.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I couldn't
Who
keep
cares?
up the chat. It was the chat was wild.
The chat was wild. I haven't gone in there in a day or two. It's probably still wild. It will be once the season starts. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I have no idea what's going to happen. The thing is, everybody's in the way that it's designed, they're brilliant with this. Like, some folks didn't like after it got to the 3rd round, it snaked back a different way or whatever. But what that does is it allows teams to be fairly equal. And if you look at what the predicted points totals are this week in the league, like, everybody's within 15 points, like the whole league. So that just shows you that everybody's, it's fairly level. The way you're going to win this league is you're going to have to make moves. You're going to have to make some trades. You're going to have to fill your roster. Like, I have week 14, I'm screwed. Whoever I play that week, that's an automatic win. You're going to win. Unless I just destroy my team. I have to count week 14 as a loss.
Big bye week. You know, it's kind of nice to have that, though. Just kind of done. You know what I mean? Get the bulk of that out of the way in 1 week. I don't really get caught up in that too much. I mean, I'll look at it with certain things, but like, whatever, you know.
That's right.
Whatever.
Right. Nick the Gun Guy is in the house.
There he is, Nick the Gun Guy.
Yeah,
I hung out with Nick the Gun Guy down there. He's a cool cat.
JR agrees that it is going to be fun. No doubt it is. It's going to be fun. We'll be bringing y'all some updates. Know that you don't care, but there will be some fun content that comes from that ultimately. And somebody's going to win something. So, yeah, LSU, USC. I'm going to just go ahead. I'll give my bold score prediction. 49-38 Tigers.
Wow, I had 46-38. I was right there with you.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. There it is. I think it's going to be a lot of points. Don't get upset. LSU guys that are listening to this, don't get too caught up in the first half if we are losing, or we're struggling. I think it's going to be a good second half for the Tigers. But the biggest thing, let's talk about menus. What's the plans on the menu this weekend, Blasey?
Well, for me, it's pretty simple. My menu is going to be get to Troy, Alabama a little after lunch in there, go to the half shell, And so I'll be eating at the half shell. It's my deal. So I'll be in there getting my little fried crawfish tails and po' boy, fine
Oh,
cold
yeah.
Diet Miller right in front of me. Just ease into this thing. You know what I mean? And then we go
Yes.
to the tailgate. We got a little tailgate section. Well, great thing is there's some guys in our fraternity that are older than us, like in their 60s. They've been doing this tailgate, so they got everything set up. So I don't even know what they have, but they do everything for us, and we just show up and eat. So it's once again, get there later in the afternoon, get a little hungry before we go in the game. About games at 6, so about 4:30. I like to go in the stadium, and then get in the stadium, dude. We got great little food set up there too. So food's gonna be plenty, but it's
Yes.
after the half shell, just whatever they have available for me. So
I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I'm starving. It just hit me. My stomach's rumbling like that. I'm in pain. It's so good. We're going to wrap this up here in a second anyhow. I have tomorrow really no plans. My plans tomorrow, I got a lot of stuff to edit, Blasey. I got a lot of stuff to edit. Number one, you don't know this. I went and I interviewed a guy named Harold Laird, not Hal Laird.
Laird.
Harold
So
Laird,
funny.
and you know that this just messed me up the whole time.
Yeah, I bet
The
so.
Laird, and it just.
Well,
But
Harold's is, when he gets really off in it a little bit, that's Harold, Harry Harold, that's who comes out. So, as you said, Harold Laird, that looks like something he'd do.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So Harold, it's a cool deal that he's doing. Go to his website, support it. It's childrescuenet.org. But he puts all of these missing children on his truck. He has a NASCAR hauler he's an NHRA drag racer here locally. Awesome dude. He puts that on his truck for awareness and stuff, and they have a plan they're doing more than just that. Like, it's a nonprofit organization.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and so we get into all of that, and about a 30-minute interview, man. It was really
cool.
good.
That's
Watching
super cool.
the fun stuff is that we have the drag car coming out of the hauler. We've got that, looking at the car, talking about some of that stuff. I asked questions the best that I could think of on the spot of things to ask, like, what about the parachutes in the back of this thing? Stuff like that. But it's good. It's good. Haven't even downloaded it to start editing it
You
yet.
know what you did there. Yeah.
It's just, there's that. Then I know Wednesday you were supposed to be doing a podcast. How'd that happen? Did you do it?
I still got to work on some stuff on that deal, but yeah. So it's coming along. I'll have more information on that to you.
Okay. All right. I like that. See, we've got stuff up our sleeves. Well, Blasey doesn't have anything up his sleeves.
I don't even have sleeves,
Yeah. Somebody asked a while ago if is this gun show free, and it is today only. Free admission on Fridays.
That's it.
You got to have a weekend pass though to get into the rest of the event. So tomorrow I'm editing. Today I'm editing
over there if you want to get in.
I just right over this way or right over that way.
You can also be in over here too.
I love it. Sunday's the big day in Baton Rouge for us. So the Red Stick.
So
we're going.
The big thing about what's happening in Baton Rouge is that concert, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Which one?
Isn't it? It's kind of funny. I thought a while back you talked about somebody was touring and they got a concert the same night as the dang football.
Dang, dude, I'm trying to remember who it was.
Somebody kind of big time. Like, what are y'all doing? I know.
I can't remember who it is now, but yes, I don't know. But
Anyway.
there's no one that I'm going to go see this weekend anyhow. I mean, whoever it was, they went so far off my radar. I was so done with them that I forgot. Like, I don't even want to deal with you. I'm not doing it. So I'm smoking 2 briskets. I'm gonna put that on tomorrow evening. Smoking a couple of briskets, and we're just gonna have a little low-key. It's rainy in Baton Rouge. It's gonna be rainy all weekend, it looks like. But I have a nice little carport outside of this studio. Gonna hang a big screen. We've got a projector. We're just gonna have us a little watch party here at Casa Higgies.
Wouldn't you,
the
man?
Fat Pig says hello. What's up, the Fat
Pig?
Pig? I'm hungry. It's next Friday. Yes, Boog is correct. We could see Iceman and Galactic. Galactic's playing at Chelsea's here in Baton Rouge next Friday. He's already been like, should we do this? I'm all in, Bug. I've got to see what's up. Bug's a last minute decision guy. I know that if we need tickets, he knows a guy on that too.
So Bug's
I'm
coming
all in. I think we should go
to Galactic next Friday.
Yes, here in Baton Rouge.
Why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't we? And maybe do Bug. You think maybe we could do a little interview with a couple of the guys pre-show or something? I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out.
Dude, I got a report for federal jury duty Tuesday morning at 7:45.
Well, that sucks.
It does suck, man. I thought I'd get called out like early before I didn't come, and I called. I texted a buddy of mine. I was like, dude, tell you what, if you don't show up, he said, I'll promise you there'll be 2 U.S. Marshals sent to your house to come arrest you. I was like, whoa, I didn't say that. I was just, like trying to understand this process. So, yeah, man, it's like the 3rd, the 9th. That's like 4 dates they've got me for the whole month of September. I guess if I don't get drawn, I got to keep coming back and beating the jury pool every time in Pensacola. I don't know. This kind of sucks, man. It could be ruining my whole September.
You're going to get content from this, though. So
I think I may go with a sleeveless shirt, Bubba Army, Trump hat. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'll get cold pretty quick,
real fast. Yes, I think that's what you should do. But you'll get good content. Getting there, drop a little video, walking into this courthouse. Maybe later we get lucky and you get arrested and we have you walking out of the courthouse in handcuffs or something. Just like, let's set this up. It could be fun.
Filming this, you can't get content in court. Look at this guy. Like pointing to him.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna believe what he did.
Bug says, let's do it. He'll see what he can figure out. All right, game on.
I'd love to go to that. Let me just see what happens on Tuesday at 7:45.
There it is. We may, Blasey, you may be tailgating with us next weekend in Baton Rouge.
You never know. I mean, things can change on a dime.
Let's do it. I love it. This is what happens on lives. This is happening live developing. I love this. Big E says moonshine at 11 a.m. is not a good idea. No, you got to be careful with that. You got to hydrate while you dehydrate when you're tailgating. Remember, this is game 1. This is a long season. It is a marathon, not a sprint. You have to act accordingly.
In the morning time, you got to be careful. You know what I mean? That morning time will get you. You're better off to start your day off with some of this Cast Brew coffee of Alex Stein Primetime Grind, baby. It has twice the caffeine. You get to looking like him.
Look at that. We're going to go full screen on that. Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
We rolling.
I bet it does. So yeah, that's what we've been looking forward to see what it'd do. You definitely came in ready to rock and roll.
Absolutely.
And especially for a 9 a.m. kickoff, which we never do, but why not? Why not do some more? So look, guys, if y'all hadn't hit the like button, please hit that like button and share it. I know it's early in the morning. There's some folks that some Bubba people that just starving for the Bubba content today. Send them to our show, Let's keep this bad boy growing, as we say, Blasey.
Rolling. Oh, man.
Well, it was fun. This was a fun little show. We previewed a little college football. We gave away a couple of Koozies to Flying Lady and Mike. Congratulations on that. Y'all will get an email sometime very soon.
Which Mike is that?
Your address.
Do you know?
I do not know. I'll let you know once I can look at his email address.
Mike, I don't know. Mike, you joins the show a lot.
I just have everybody's email address.
I got you.
So, and I didn't I made the form very simple. It's just an email address. Yeah. We're not trying to capture anything. We're not going to sell you on stuff. It's not spam. We will send you a little newsletter with some of the latest stuff that we have going on and stuff like that occasionally. And we would really appreciate it if you would forward that to some of your friends once you start getting that stuff. But more from that later,
Yep, absolutely.
We will get to it. All right. Well, let's wrap this sucker up. Yeah, everybody, y'all have a fabulous Labor Day weekend. Blasey, we'll go live next Thursday night, of course, as always. And we'll be figuring out when we're going to record our other stuff. But
happy Labor Day to y'all, man. Y'all have fun this weekend. Stay safe. Drive safe. Listen, I know everybody gets excited. It's college football. Don't get too excited. If you do, get an Uber.
Uber. That's exactly right.
Driving out
That's
there,
exactly
folks.
right.
All right.
Yep. Stay safe, everybody.